Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sabrina Wulandari. Thank you for taking the time to come in this debate session. The topic of today's is this house belief that homosexual soldiers shouldn't be fired. Homosexuality is sexual interest in an attraction to a member of one's own sex. Psychologists in the 19th and 20th centuries, most of whom classified homosexuality as a form of mental illness, developed a variety of theories on its origin. Different societies respond differently to homosexuality. In most of Africa, Asia, and Latin America, both the subject and the behavior are considered taboo, with some slight exception made in urban areas. In Western countries, attitudes were somewhat more liberal, even in part of the world where physical violence is absent. Intolerance of homosexuality often persists. Attitudes toward homosexuality are generally in flux, partially as a result of increased political activism, an effort by homosexuals to be seen not as aberrant personalities but as differing from normal individuals only in their sexual orientation. About the explanation, how if the homosexuality enter the military, soldier is one of military who fight as part of an army. The American Psychological Association opposes the current U.S. policy of discrimination against lesbian, gay, and bisexual persons in military service. This state reflects the APA policy statement on sexual orientation and military service adopted by the APA House of Representatives in July 2004. In this policy statement, the association reframed its opposition to discrimination based on sexual orientation and its commitment to disseminating scientific knowledge to remedy the negative impact of legislation, current legislation through training and education. Institutionalize the U.S. military policy of non-discrimination based on sexual orientation in accession, recognition, promotion, and other administrative action based on sexual orientation, consistent with non-discrimination policies regarding race, gender, and disability status. Allow eligible gay, lesbian, and bisexual individuals who have been involuntary discharges on the basis of sexual orientation to continue military service. The first reason why homosexual soldiers shouldn't be fired is military success does not depend on service members' sexual orientation. American allies, including the United Kingdom, Canada, Israel, and Australia, allow openly gay, lesbian, and bisexual persons to serve in the military, and this has no adverse effect on military readiness or discipline. Some openly gay or lesbian service members have served in the U.S. military with no ill effect. In fact, a stop-loss policy during the Persian Gulf War prevented discharges for homosexuality, strongly suggesting that the U.S. military believed that service by openly gay or lesbian people during wartime was not threat to military effectiveness. Most experts believe that military effectiveness is related to military service members' shared commitment to a common goal that motivates them to work together to achieve the goal. Leadership of the group is also considered crucial. Sexual orientation is irrelevant to task cohesion, the only type of cohesion that critically produces the team's military readiness and success. The majority of people in society and in the military support gay, lesbian, and bisexual people in the military. Public opinion polls in the recent years have consistently shown that two-thirds of the public, on average, believe that gay, lesbian, and bisexual service members should be allowed to serve openly in the U.S. military. The percentage of military service members who are strongly opposite to allowing gay and lesbian people to serve in the military has declined considerably over the past decade, with only 5% of personnel in the military in a 2006 poll stating that they are extremely uncomfortable interacting with gay and lesbian people in the military, in contrast to 73% who are somewhat or very comfortable in this regard. The US military is capable of successfully implementing a charge of this sort. The military has proved itself willing, able, and effective in attacking, prejudicing, and stereotype within its rank based on race and gender. This experience can and should inform effort to eliminate barriers based on sexual orientation. Likewise, the Central Intelligence Agency, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the National Security Agency do not discriminate against gay, lesbian, or bisexual person. The experience of these federal agencies and of those American police and fire department that their lesbian, bisexual, and gay officer can be drawn upon in implementing the charge. The conclusion is this House believes that homosexual soldiers shouldn't be fired because military success does not depend on service members' sexual orientation, and sexual orientation is irrelevant to task cohesion, the only type of cohesion that critically produces team military readiness and success. Thank you and see you.